Welcome and blessings to this new day. My name is Elizabeth, and this is Withinspiration. I am on my day 10 of my 10-day challenge, and I truly want to thank you from the depth of my heart for your gift of presence and your gift of walking with me. In this moment, I'd like to give a deep gratitude to the economic ninja. This is where I heard about this 10-day challenge on his channel a few weeks ago. And he invited those of us that are over 50 to take the challenge, to open up the doors of opportunity to share a bit of our journey and our experience. From his perspective, he shared that we have wisdom to share and that now is the time to share it. So I think I mentioned in one of my first videos that I put it in prayer. I was really unsure about would I be able to really do this, be present to everyone, to share what I feel is deeply personal in my heart, part of my sacred journey. But I said yes to God because I knew it was saying yes to God, and I knew it was always for me to do this. And I hope through this journey that has touched your heart in some way. But what has brought it up for me this morning to share was, as I was going through this 10-day journey, it kind of resembled in some ways to me a life review, because it gave me an opportunity to roll back to experiences and really open the door for them, and to share those parts of my life and my journey that have been so instrumental in me being who I am, in me discovering some depths within myself that I never knew existed. And there was a lot of boo-boos along the way. There were a lot of times that I felt there were dark nights of the soul, but I grew through them. And I knew that through them that there was something very vast on the other side of that journey. And this has been true to my heart. So something that came up this morning, I was reading some of my poetry that I wrote many years ago back in the 1990s. And I came across this one writing. It was during a time when I was working and case managing with people living with HIV and AIDS. It was back in Spokane. And that was actually my reason for coming to this area, was that was guided in my heart to work with people living with HIV and AIDS. And at that time, I had no idea what that meant or what that would look like. And I was invited to come to this job that enabled me to really have a deeper understanding of what it's like to have that experience of living with HIV. And during that time, there wasn't a lot known about it. And there were many people that were diagnosed and then died soon after. And these were very young men and women. And through that journey, I discovered a few things. One of the things that really, truly moved my heart was there are people that I walked with in that time that are living proof of the power of the body and its healing. And they are living with HIV today, many, many, many decades past the time that it was predicted that they would be here on this planet. So my shout out to each of you for your trusting your body and yourself and tuning in to what you knew, what was true for you, to be able to utilize this journey to assist all of humanity. My love still is with you so strongly. You are in my heart. And the other part of the journey was, there was a time when so many people were leaving the planet, were dying, and our work together was anticipatory grief, but also recognizing that you're in a time when your best of friends and family were dying. I mean, it used to be where when we got together, we would talk about who's still here with us. And it was big, it was deep to be in a situation where so many people that we love, even so young, were dying. And so through that journey, I learned first the gift of presence, the gift of being alive, the gift of recognizing that every moment is a gift. And I can remember being at bedside with many of those that I walked with. And what they told me most was this HIV was something that changed their life forever. It was something that deepened their hearts, deepened their spirituality, their connection to divine. They wouldn't change a thing. Even though their life was short, the ripples of their life went far and wide. And still touching my heart today. And so curious that would lead me into an experience of working with hospice for so many years. And during that time, I came across something that was developed by Dr. Ann Masai, and it's called Life Review. And it was adapted by our local Marty Kellogg, and she brought it to hospice. And she worked with us and our volunteers to assist us in recognizing the power of being present. Present to someone who had a story to tell. Just a listening presence. And the key to that was to be present to others and allow them to share their experience unimpeded, without judgment, without comment, just listening. And we had an opportunity to record that. In fact, one of our volunteers recorded it and actually wrote it down in book form for this beautiful soul. But what a gift it was. Not for everybody. This wasn't for everyone. It was for that person who was sharing their experience. And they had the gift of having someone be present to their life journey and to their experience. So that brings up so much for me, because it was almost as if the economic ninja was recognizing the power of the presence and the gift of sharing the story, because it is for us to share. And if it touches a heart somewhere, that's even more beautiful. So I've been in this experience of life reviews through this 10-day journey, and I've got to share so much of my life in which, wow, I hadn't realized what an impact it had on me. And I am truly blessed to have this experience with each of you. And to my sisters, Lori and Deborah, for taking the challenge, for taking it on. It has been such a great honor to walk with you and share this journey with each of you. So thank you. And in closing, I would like to share this writing, this poem that came to me back in the 1990s. It's called A Moment of Surrender. One of the strongest acts of courage lives in the moment of surrender. Only then do we come to remember the faithful ever-presence of the divine within us. This presence evokes the wings that carry us through the dark night of our despair. It is the whispering breath of comfort in the breeze that touches our face. It is the touch of a loving hand through the darkness. In our moment of surrender, we know without reservation that we are never alone. We are never alone. We are enfolded each and every moment with that beautiful, beautiful gift of divine. We have our gifts of presence with each and every one of us, those that we love in our life and those we see on our journey. We have a deep connection with one another, and this brings great joy. So in this time, maybe we've had a time of dark night, and maybe we've had a time of isolation or fear, but to reach in first and find that open door and open it up. See what you see. It could be amazing. It could be a miracle. And no matter what, it is something that is for us, and it is a deep blessing in our life. So thank you all for this gift of Withinspiration that I get to share each and every day. And the journey is complete for me on this 10-day, but I will be back on with Withinspiration. I'm not sure what it looks like yet, but I look forward to sharing more with you. From my heart to your heart, may your day be infinitely blessed, filled with delight and miracles. Thank you. May your day be blessed. Such love.